What's up, Aries? This is Marcus from King of Lions Oracle, back with another Tao Oracle reading here for you. This is going to be a reading from March the 7th to the 13th of 2022. What we're going to first do is get you some Oracle cards. Then what we'll do is we'll clarify the Oracle cards here for you by getting you the past, present, and future energies. Okay? So we have Gathering Together. Alright, so next I'm going to pull one from the Moonology Oracle. Okay, don't let pride get in your way. All right, and then one more from the Starseed Oracle. Okay, so we have deep cellular healing. All right, as I mentioned before, I'm going to post some tarot here for you. So I'm going to get 4 different energies. You're going to get your past energy, your present energy, your future energy, and also what's the result if you follow the future energies. Okay, so from the Gathering Together, okay, so I see we already have some cards that flipped over. Straighten those out. Right, let's see. So from the Gathering Together card is a 45. Okay, so first we have the 3 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so it looks like there was some type of heartbreak that you went through, or some kind of backstabbing, or something that you went through, some pain, but it took you some time to get over it. Okay, and I see we have the Sun. Okay, this is for don't let pride get in the way. It's your past energy. Alright, so the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, we have the High Priestess and the Ace of Swords. Good energy here. So just seeing here, as I mentioned before, you had a heartbreak or betrayal that happened, and this made you kind of keep to yourself. You felt like people were stabbing you in the back and they were doing sneaky things behind your back. And so your current energy just made you decide that, you know what, you're going to piece everything together, all the information, and you're going to move forward. And if you have to decide to leave some people alone or leave different people alone, you decide that you're going to do that for your best benefit. And now that you've decided to do that, the wheel is kind of churning in your favor, and it's going to have beneficial things here for you, okay, Aries? So let me just get 2 more cards here. We're going to get your future energy. So just saw one flip over. That's the Page of Wands. And then we'll get the results. All right. 3 of Pentacles. All right. So in the bottom we have the 9 of Wands. So, as I mentioned before, the 9 of Wands is about somebody who's protecting themselves because they've had bad things happen to them in the past, so they're kind of waiting for what's the next thing that's bad that's going to happen to them, so they're kind of preparing. And as you see, she has a gate in front of her that she's made, and she's kind of like almost drew a stake in the line saying, cross this line and see what you get. Like, I've already dealt with enough BS, and I'm not dealing with no more. So you see she's ready for war. All right? Now, here we have the Gathering Together. This is a 45 card, so this is also a 9. This goes with that 9 of Wands. And the Gathering Together card is about massing, converging, unifying, assembling, combining forces. The sum is greater than the parts. Okay? So there was something that you were receiving that you were trying to put together. And it took some time for you to kind of figure out what was the best thing that you were going to do or what you were going to do next. Now, initially, you had some heartbreak, you had some backstabbing, you had some bad energies that came in, and they definitely were devastating and caused you some pain that you had to take some time and you had to heal from. Okay? As I mentioned before, people were doing shady things behind your back, and they weren't trying to be honest with you. So you always had to kind of look over your shoulder and look behind your back. And in some cases, you didn't really tell everybody what you were doing, because anytime that you told people what you were doing, people would be shady and do messed up things to you. Right? But you decided that you were going to be the King of Swords, which is you were going to add up all the sum of everything that's going on, and you were going to change the outcome. You felt like people were doing the wrong thing all the time, And so because you felt like people were doing the wrong thing all the time, you decided and you changed your actions and what you were going to do and how you were going to do it. Now, the King of Swords is a person who kind of weighs up everything. And if you see he has white hair, so this person is really, really wise. They kind of take all the experience that they have. They make logical decisions. They don't think from their emotion. Okay? And if you see there's the owl here, the owl sees the light and the dark. So whenever things are bad, they can still see what's going on. And like you said, they can see the light in the dark. So they can see 360 and look at all sides of it. Okay? Now for this, you have the 10, which this is the Wheel of Fortune. Now the Wheel of Fortune, as you can see, this person is standing on top of the wheel with one leg, and they have their legs put in the sign of Jupiter. Okay? Now Jupiter is spinning. Okay? And that's kind of letting you know that things are going to be balanced for you, and that things are going to go in your favor. Okay? Things are changing. They're not exactly what they were before. All of that gathering together, massing, unifying is moving forward. That card is in 4 plus 5, which is a 9, and this is a 10. So you're moving forward. All right. Now you have don't let pride get in your way. Okay, and this is full moon in Leo. Now when this, you have the Sun card. Now when this card fell out initially, it was sideways. It was sideways. So it wasn't upside down, it wasn't upside up. This was halfway. So that don't let your pride get in the way. This is that Sun energy, the Leo energy, and this is that energy of being proud. This is being happy. This is you being optimistic that things are going to work in your benefit and they're going to work out for you. So what you need to do is you just need to decide what you're going to do and how you're going to go about it. Okay. Now, with the energy being sideways, I think that you just have a few things that you need to work on, so that things are being your benefit, so that you don't feel like everybody's still trying to steal ideas from you or trying to be shady and do things behind your back, so that you feel confident, so that you're not worried. Now, you have the 8 of Pentacles. Now, 8 of Pentacles, this is about mastery. This is about repetition. This is your current energy of what you're doing. So you're amassing and you're working and you're building your skill to master whatever craft it is that you have. And you're trying to make sure that as you move forward, things are going to be beneficial to you and that you're going to have everything that's good for you. Now, this person, if you see, they have all their manifestation tools on the table. They have the candles, they have candles, they have their plants, they also have some incense. They're just following all these things, and you see all of these are the moon cycles. So maybe there's something with the moon cycles, or possibly by the full moon in Leo, you're gonna see that your mastery and the work that you're putting in, Aries, is gonna pan itself out. All right. Now your future energy is the High Priestess. So with the High Priestess, you have all the answers within you. And you just have to take some time to kind of download and let that information come to you. And you're going to be able to make the wise decisions. Now, this is really unique because look at this. You have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords with the High Priestess. And you see with the Ace of Swords, this person is also having a download. And this download is swirling through their head. Okay, almost like a conch shell. And this is an air sign. But it's almost like it's changed your thought process, but it's also changed your emotions and your water. Now, again, this High Priestess card came underneath the full moon in Leo, and the High Priestess is also representative of the moon and the moon energies. So I think something that's going to start this week is going to be beneficial to you. Since you have the 8 of Pentacles here, possibly on the 8th, you're going to have something that you start, which is going to be beneficial, but you more than likely will see the fruition of it around the full moon in Leo. Okay. Now here you have deep cellular healing. Okay, the camera adjusts so you can see it. Right now, deep cellular healing. This is about Arcturus energy, which the planet Arcturus is a planet where a lot of gods come from. Actually, as I've read, a lot of Leos and a lot of fire signs come from Arcturus. Okay, and it's actually funny. Aries, your sign is closest to Thor, which Thor, he's actually from Midgar, but the closest to Midgar on Earth or in the space would be Arcturus because of the way they carry themselves. They're light beings. They almost are like royalty to the energy world. Okay, this is physical and emotional healing. Okay, so just like you see with that sun energy, The sun energy, when it shines over things, it makes things grow. You see how she has her hands open to the universe, open to the energy that's coming in, and you even see the rainbow colors coming in. And this is almost like it's clearing out any bad energies she has. Now, it's coincidence that right next to it, the arduous energy, you have the strength card. Strength card is also representative of Leo. So any of you Arians, you might have a Leo moon, or you might have a Leo sun, or vice versa. This is just saying that you're gonna have deep cellular healing this week. As I mentioned, the 8th, because this is the 8. For the strength card, you also have the 8 of Pentacles. It looks like this week on the 8th, possibly between the 8th and the 10th, because the sun is 1 plus 9, which is a 10. So I'm going to say between the 8th and the 10th, you're going to see something that's going to be that plant that starts this week, that's going to be very fruitful for you. It's going to grow. And with that sun energy and that confidence, it's going to push you forward. Okay? And I believe that this is going to be something that's going to be really good for you. Have belief in yourself. Have that inner strength to be able to control that inner lion that you have. And also for you to be able to think that you're good enough. Nothing's holding you back but yourself and your own mental acuity. All right, your current energy is the 6 of Swords. Now, the 6 of Swords, this is you going on a trip, okay? Now, you've had some past experiences that you didn't necessarily agree with, some things that, you might not have felt good about. In the beginning of the reading, we had the 3 of Swords, which is about betrayal. Then we have the 7 of Swords, which is about people doing sneaky things behind your back, or betrayal, or you sometimes not telling the truth, or being full disclosure about what you're doing because you want to hide what you're doing so people don't follow you, or maybe destroy your ideas. Okay? Now you're here at the 6 of Swords, and this is your current energy, okay? So with the 6 of Swords, this is saying to me that you're on a new journey. You're heading to calmer waters. You have all of these things that are betraying you, all right? Now, you see how there's 6... So in this Lightseers Tarot, each sword is represented by a crow. So you see the 3 crows are attached to a string, which is pulling the boat. Okay? And then we have the 3 of Swords. Okay? So if you think about this 3 of Swords moment that hurts your heart is actually what is driving this 6 of Swords boat. You have these 3 of Swords in the behind you. So it's almost like the 3 of Swords is leading you forward, but the 3 of Swords, you're also leaving it behind you. And this is what's taking you on this new trip. You have the red cloak on because you're moving forward, because you had a little fear. But you're also passionate about your future, and you also want to make sure that you're in good standing, all right, Aries? So you're going to take this trip and move yourself forward. Right? Your future energy is the Page of Wands. Page of Wands, this represents you also. All right. Now, the Page of Wands is usually a message. It's usually the beginning of an inspiration or something new that might be coming to you. What I see from you is, this could be a message or you starting a new passion. But I see that you're just kind of like throwing this energy up to the universe and saying, hey, what do you have available for me? And what comes back to you is that sun energy. Okay, just be positive and optimistic that things are going to work out for you. Manifestation works, especially for fire signs. I'm a Leo, so I believe that we manifest whatever we want as long as our brain is there. And that same goes for you, Aries. You're a fire sign also. You're actually the first sign, so you're the leader. So as long as you're thinking about that, always think of that you have that ace energy. You have that wand energy. You have that number 1 magician energy that you can always set whatever you want mentally, and then the universe will finish the rest. Now, the final energy from this is the 3 of Pentacles. And you can see that these people are working together. Now, if you see these 3 people that's working together, this might be representative of your chakras, okay? Now, you see there's the orange chakra, the red chakra, and then the green chakra. Okay, now the green chakra is representative of the heart. Now the heart chakra is right above the sacral chakra, and it's also above the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra, and those are the chakras that are in your stomach. So from what I'm seeing here, this is going to activate you, and this is going to get you to move forward. You're going to have some people that are going to help you to move yourself, okay? And you're going to have someone who's going to be looking over you, giving you some advice. Not really caring about masculine or feminine energy or anything like that. But if you just look in the picture, you have someone who's standing over who's kind of looking over the other two people as they're working, but they're all working to one plan. They're all working to the goal. And so that looks like that's the energy that you're going to have there, that you're going to be working towards your goal. You know, as you get this deep cellular healing and you kind of know what you want for your future, you know what you want going forward, that's what you're going to be working on. All right. Now, just looking at some of these other energies here at the bottom, you have a lot of good energies. So, first you have the Knight of Wands. So you're like, you know what? You're just waiting for the other shoe to drop. You put your fence up. You're like, you know what? I know something bad's going to happen. So you're putting your guard up and you're fully there, ready to go. You've had confusion in the past. And you've been looking at things and you're trying to figure out which direction is the best direction to go. You're not sure. Your emotions have been flowing. Your emotions are flowing through everything, but you're not exactly sure exactly where to go. But remember who you are. You're the emperor. You're the person who makes all the decisions. You're the person that makes the structure. You see how this person's sitting there holding the chess piece and they got their foot crossed? They don't have to do anything. They're just thinking about the logical way to get things done. They're the boss. The King of Cups is a wise person that controls their emotions. They're able to control the water, control the tides. Whatever the tide comes, whether it's a big wave or a small wave, they're able to ride it and they're able to control it. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who's very resourceful. So you have to take that resourceful energy, you know, make $1 out of 15 cents if you have to be able to move forward. Very fruitful. And this is going to be something that's going to help you to build, help you to create, help you to make your own business or help you to make your own future. And then here you have the Moon. Okay? The Moon is representative of fears and facing your fears. So once you face those fears and you let that go, things are going to be beneficial to you. Remember that the Moon is the energy of the sun that's reflected off of the Moon onto the earth. So usually whenever we see that Moon, things are dark and you can only see a little bit because the light of the Moon is there, right? But even though the Moon the sun is in your detriment, Aries, you always have to be confident in yourself. Right now, Mars, which rules Aries, is currently in Aquarius. And Aquarius is all about individuality. Aquarius is about getting things done. Aquarius is about doing things their way and not following anybody. Now, Aquarius has a group and they're part of the group and they make groups and they make people follow them, but they're individually an individual person who makes things happen. So don't let the Moon energy get you. Remember all those other energies that I showed you that are also part of your reading. All right. So just want to thank you so much for your time, Aries. I'm glad you was able to check me out. If you can, like, share, subscribe, and comment. If there's anything that you'd like me to increase with the page or do better, or any cards you want to recommend, certainly leave me a message in the comment box. Also, take some time, if you can reach out to me if you're interested in a personal reading. And also, if you're so willing, you can certainly donate to the page. That helps me to get new cards and also helps me with the page to maintain it. All right. So I just want to say thank you to you. Peace. Take care, Aries.